I know what you're thinking. Squirrels. Those cute little rodents that run all over the place. How can they be harbingers of doom? But they can be, and they probably are. All over the zoo campus. They're just running around. Very docile looking. And in fact, you probably bumped into several of them today. For you to understand how these squirrels can be harbingers of doom, you must first understand the squirrel. And in fact, squirrels, them being rodents, they procreate quite quickly. In fact, squirrels tend to have litters of 2 to 4, sometimes even 8 kittens. Yes, they are called kittens at a time. And these litters of kittens, they're not only limited to one litter a year, they can have primarily 2, but sometimes more. And these kittens, it only takes them a few months to mature into adults, and then those adults do the same thing, which leads to a lot of procreating squirrels. And if you may or may not know this, but squirrels are actually highly intelligent. Not on the level of man, but in the animal kingdom, they're pretty damn intelligent. When they go out to search food and bury it, they often do dead drops, which they do bogus ones. Yes, these bogus drops are to confuse other predators and scavenging squirrels. And in fact, they do this quite often, which leads you to believe they're smarter than they look. And these squirrels frolicking right there, they do look cute, don't they? But right now, they could be plotting your ultimate demise. And in fact, they possibly are. But not in the way that you would think. No, the best way to get to man, from the perspective of the squirrels, is financially. And by financial means, they can end up costing you about several $1,000s in property damages. Because, quite often, they will make nests and whatever in your attics or in any crevice they can find. And in fact, they've caused multiple blackouts, and it's widely considered that squirrels are one of the leading factors in blackouts. Given most of these squirrels, they end up not surviving their ordeals, so it ends up being a one-way trip for them. In addition to financial means, squirrels can also attack man with a various number of diseases that they can hold. Most commonly noted is rabies. And in fact, to just show you the magnitude of horrors that you will be facing with a squirrel in your home, in your dwelling, in your domicile, we provided you with a horror account of squirrel home invasions.
Yeah, squirrels have been some of the most destructive animals around in my life. At one point, they broke into the apartment I was living in. They terrorized the whole place, trashed my room, made holes in the wall, terrified me, really, made noises. It was awful. Where I come from, three sets of, I guess, a gang of squirrels burned down some homes. It was terrible. It's just an awful thing, these things. I mean, people think they're cute, but they're not. They're really dangerous animals. They're people, they sit there and they'll feed them and they'll treat them like they're some kind of nice creature, but they're not nice creatures. They tear up your house. They'll destroy your lives. They're worse than a shark. I mean, at least sharks are direct in what they do. Not a squirrel. Not a squirrel.
So my brave cameraman has shown you Squirrels can be quite territorial. So, in lieu of all this information, you should be reconsidering what you're going to do the next time you see a squirrel on campus. Should you go around? Should you just stare at it? Should you slowly back away like it's a giant grizzly bear? Because it might as well be. Because it could be your future calamity or doom. So as a last plea, I shall ask you, please avoid the squirrels. Warn other people about the squirrels, or they could be costing them thousands of dollars too.